Hey guys, welcome to the very first recap of the X Factor this season. It's time. It's back. I know you've probably been waiting all year. Well, I have, but I've been doing other stuff too. So, the judges who are returning, that would be Simon Cowell and L.A. Reid. Yeah, because they're the big wigs. So they had to, find some filler judges because they got rid of Nicole Scherzinger and Paula Abdul. So who'd they get? Demi Lovato and Britney, bitch. Britney Spears, in case you didn't know who Britney Bitch was. Alright, so they start off the auditions in Austin, Texas. Because it's the weirdest city in the United States. You gotta keep Austin weird. So, up first was Paige Thomas. And she's a 21-year-old nursing student. She's also a mom. Her beautiful daughter Jade was there. And everybody was gushing to death over her performance. She was really good. She had this really cool outfit on too, which I loved. It was like shorts with pantyhose, but they had this cool line down the front, and she was a fitty. And in case you're wondering what that means, it means she was in good shape in the UK and in the United States. She was in good shape. So she did a good job. It was a yes. But then we saw who she was sharing a mirror with before she auditioned, and that would be Casey Newton. She's 22 years old, and she's a bank teller. But we're not going to talk about her just yet, even though she got pretty pissed off that the other one's daughter, Jade, soiled her pants, and she was all like, bleh. And then her sister was there too, and they were both like, bleh. And then, yeah. So you thought, wow, these two are a real bunch of bees. Well, let's see if they make it or not. But we'll get there. Then was Sean Armenta. He was more like Sean Dementa. He was 50 years old. I don't know if anything was wrong with this guy. I apologize if there was, but he was definitely deluded. He sang an original song, Candy Girl. The judges were pretty much speechless. I wasn't. It's a no. Alright, then a whole bunch of delusional people. I guess he was the kickoff for the delusional people. Britney was ripping them left and right. Yeah, she's got some credibility. She's no Paula Abdul. Let me say who the Paula Abdul is. Demi. Alright, Reed Deming was up next. He's 13 years old, and he's a Justin Bieber lookalike. The judges were gushing for him. I say, how many Justin Biebers do we need? This many. I don't even think we need the one that we got. Anyway, remember Casey Newton? Her daughter got my pants dirty. Can someone please clean this? Well, she got up there. She did look like a young Britney, but she sure didn't sound like one. She sounded like some weird old goat lady woman. And she was annoying, and they let her know it. It was a no. Sorry. Alright, so then they got the heck out of there, and they landed up. I like that. They ended up in San Francisco. No crazy people there. So there was the girl with the flower weed thing on her shoulder. That was obviously a no. The angry bartender was a no. The drunk guy was a no. The honey mahogany tranny was a no. The masked dude, he was a no. And then when he took his mask off, he had sunglasses on underneath. Alright, then the bride guy, which you're thinking's gonna be a no, but I'm about to blow your mind. His lipstick was all wrong, and I think that was part of the problem. I think that's what threw a lot of the audience off, but he did a Lady Gaga song, and Britney blew him a kiss, and that's when I knew it was all going to turn around. He was really entertaining. I have to agree. And Britney said yes, and me said yes, or is it Demi? Ugh, just so confused. Simon said yes. Simon was like, yeah, let me take a walk on the wild side. I'll say yes. And that was when the commercial break came on that said Britney has banned alcohol from the X Factor. I wonder why. I don't know. I thought he was really cool. But please, don't wear that lipstick back here again. Wash that off and come back with a different color on. Alright, then Emblem 3 showed up. They were a 3-guy boy band, kind of, although they wouldn't admit it. And 2 of them were brothers. They ranged in age from 15 to 19. And they got up there and sang an original song called Sunset Boulevard. And L.A. Reid can smell the friggin' money a mile away. He was like, yes. And so was everybody else. But I mean, he was the first one who was like, oh, I can count the money now. Cha-ching! Then, well, this guy actually went before the boy band, but they introduced him after they introduced the boy band that wasn't really a boy band, because they all play their own instruments. Vincent Thomas. He was actually in a boy band in Europe. It's funny, like, when these people can't make it in America, it's like, oh, send them over to Europe. They'll love them in Berlin. So he was 22 years old. He's toured around. And I think Simon put it pretty fitly, aptly. He's the one in the boy band who can't sing. It was a no. And he really couldn't sing. So, yeah. There was quite a few people who couldn't sing. Including Don Phillip. He was 32 years old. Well, he is 32 years old. And in the past, he did a duet with Britney. And she remembered him. And she was like, eh? And he was like, Britney. And yeah, they cried. They both cried. And then he sang, and then they really cried because it was pretty horrific. Britney had to break to him that he was not up to the standards that they're looking for on the X Factor. And he said, can I sing another song? And she was just like, awkward. Yeah, so they had to basically drag him off. He was a wreck backstage. He broke down. He was afraid he hurt her. He probably did. She's probably having post-traumatic stress right now. Oh boy. So they had to get out of San Francisco real fast. And yeah, it's Rhode Island time. Providence, Rhode Island. They only showed a few people from there. I don't know if they're going to continue. They're going to pick up in Rhode Island tomorrow, or just going to start somewhere fresh. Maybe get an apartment together somewhere fresh. But Janelle Garcia was up first from Rhode Island. She's young. She's 18. She looked like a young Sally Field when she walked out there, all fresh-faced and wearing shorts with a lace top over a bra top. You knew she was going to be good. She rocked it out. So that was a yes for her. Alright, then there was the sad little kid who Simon told to buy a puppy to make his day. You know what I love about the X Factor? During the auditions and during the backstories of the, regular season episodes, they play some backing tracks that are just like, oh, okay. So they didn't even have to play the one with the lead vocals, but they played the backing track for Mika Lollipop. And it just said it all. So, yeah, you didn't even have to say, sucking too hard on a lollipop. No, you just had to hear, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it was this guy. I don't even care what his name is. He will be Mika Lollipop Kid. So, closing out the show, I know that totally didn't make any sense, but maybe it did, and maybe that's the scary thing. Jillian Jensen closed the show, 19 years old. She's kind of a Demi-stalker. She had a Stay Strong tattoo, just like Demi. Oh my god. And Demi's so anti-bullying, and this girl's been totally bullied. Badly. Alright, I'm not even trying to be funny right now. I feel her pain. And when she sang, her pain came through, but not like in a bad way. In a cool, sexy way, says Britney. Her voice is so scratchy, it's so sexy. Alright, yeah, you can feel that pain. That's what Demi said. It's raining on her face. It was raining on everybody's face because it was a big cry fest after that. So that was a yes because they love crying on this show. And the other thing that I love about this season is, like, you never know when the show is going to end. Because there's no announcer. They got rid of that Steve guy or whatever his name was. Who cares? He's gone. So I don't know if they're actually going to have a host or what. But they sure don't have one for the auditions. So they're going to probably have to have one because, yeah, that's probably the appeal of the auditions, though. It's like so unstructured. I really like that. But I guess when the show actually starts, we're probably going to have to put somebody in a suit or a tiny dress up there. See what happens. But I hope they get somebody good, because that guy last time, he wasn't. Alright, so I guess part 2 of this is going to be on tomorrow for an hour only. This was a 2-hour episode. It was, they kept it moving, so it wasn't too bad. Usually it's like, oh, 2 hours, this is going to be forever, but it wasn't bad at all. So if you like all of this, be sure to check back tomorrow for part 2. Alright, kids, till next time, much love.